It's that time again, y'all. Time for the Judge and JD show. An exciting one today. We're going to let you know how you can win a private wine tour for up to 14 guests in a party bus.
And we've got Drew McHolm on today. He wrote a book called Minister of Justice. And he's related to some good friends of ours and introduced us. And the book is great.
Wine and books?
Wine and books.
Well, let's start with the big giveaway. What do you think?
We the hat or the big one?
The big one.
We want to talk about the big one.
You want to do the big one first?
Hey, but for the hat, Judge gets to pick this time.
That's right. That's right. He does. You get to draw. But yeah, we've got a big giveaway valued at $1,500 from Weinheimer Tours. You get on the famous Cheers Fun Bus, you and 13 of your friends. It'll hold up to 14. Let me just run it down. I'm just going to read it for you. It'll be a lot quicker. So you get a private party bus for up to 14 guests. Pick up and drop off within 20 miles of your B&B if you're within 20 miles of Fredericksburg. Visit up to 3 destinations of your choice. Karaoke, of course, on the bus. You can bring your own road booze and snacks if you wish. Got a premium sound system. You can Bluetooth your music in. We provide water. Bring your own snacks and drinks, like I said, valued at $1,500. You must be 21 to enter this contest. And the tours will be available Sunday through Thursday based upon availability. But man, oh man, there you go. Hop the party bus and get ready for a good time.
Just to make it easy, so you find us on social media, on YouTube or Facebook, Instagram, wherever you like. But there'll be some instructions on there. Basically, we're using an app. And the more you play, the more chances you got to win kind of thing. You can go in there. If you watch the show, there will be a code across the bottom, and if you put that code in, you'll get the most points. Other options are, commenting on the show and things of that nature. So there's just going to be just different opportunities to play. Gives you more of a chance to win. So just check us out on social media.
I heard that you get extra points too if you run into Judge or JD at HEB and get them to sign a napkin or something. No, I'm kidding. I just want y'all to bother them in person. That's not part of the contest.
That would be fun though. But yeah, it'll be based on a point system. And
what would be fun is if you say find Monty in Fredericksburg. Nobody knows who I am.
It's like Finding Waldo or whatever that
was. If you go to Pioneer, if you are at Pioneer watching this, just stop by and talk to one of the bartenders. They're going to be all well versed in it. Or if you just don't know how to hop on and play it yourself, just stop by the bar and they can walk you through it.
Get your points going though. Don't hesitate. So
exactly.
Now we got a hat to give away.
We do. You
read
my mind.
It is your turn.
Look at this Judge drawing.
Look at it. He didn't even stick his hand in. He just took the top one.
All right.
Yeah, I don't have my glasses.
I think I can help you. Oh,
there we go. There we go.
Got to use the cheaters.
Is there anything you don't do, Marty? Johnny Hayes.
Work.
Looks like a Hayes Dream Home. Johnny Hayes.
Hayes Dreams Home. All right.
You can have your glasses back.
Thank you, because I ain't going to be able to see you guys now.
See a hat coming your way.
As
see
Fonzie
Ashley at the Pioneer Bar. She'll make sure you get it, Johnny.
As Fonzie would say, hey.
Hayes.
There's
something wrong with JD.
Oh, man. It's the fair, man.
Yeah.
Who's playing? I don't remember. Is it
Rick Trevino?
Are you kidding? Were you joking?
No, he didn't.
kidding.
The Bellamy Brothers, Rick Trevino.
Tristan Robertson.
All right.
Tracy Bird.
T-Bird.
Pepe Tovar y los Chalaques. I hope I pronounced that right. And Conjunto Cats. I'm looking at this. Hold on. That's it. That's it.
Thursday night. Last night, they do the Tejano night on Thursday, and always a big crowd. I mean, it was packed again last night.
When our kids were younger, I remember Thursday night was the big community night, right? So
we used to do the Country Showdown.
The Colgate.
We hosted the Showdown for a lot of years.
Did anybody notable ever? I remember some of those acts being like amazing.
It seems like Sawyer Brown.
Really?
Might have been one of them early on.
Yeah.
But no, there was some great great competition.
I remember those, but yeah, Thursday night was like sort of little kid family night back in the day. I don't know if it still is. But.
Got the parade, of course. Just happened about an hour ago. So the parade went through downtown Fredericksburg. That was fun. And
Yep.
A lot of good stuff
Good
happening.
stuff.
The fair, the carnival, music. All the good food that goes along with it. Horse racing. I mean, I could go on forever.
Why are you laughing at us, Marty?
Because y'all are slow today.
We are.
It's the fair, man.
I was like,
It's
I don't
the
know if
fair.
I should grab my water and just throw it in y'all's faces and be like, wake up!
Too many funnel cakes, man.
Are you sure it was funnel cakes? Too many funnel cakes?
Hey, it is going to be hot out there. Make sure you hydrate, drink plenty of water.
Wear your sunscreen.
Man, in the grandstands, and in the beer garden, it's nice and shady in there. It'll be a lot of fun. Take the kids and have a good time.
It's going to be fun. They love that carnival. That's
They
for
do.
sure.
They do.
You going to ride the Ferris wheel?
Probably
Whirly
not.
bird?
Probably not. I'll probably be over there by
You know
the
what's
horses.
crazy? He goes into the freaking mirror thing. You know where the crazy mirror. He looks normal. What
Well, if you ask Judge, he thinks he looks good anywhere. The minute we put him on camera, he looked at it and said, "Damn, I look good."
I was pretty impressed.
Everybody else is all distorted, and he looks normal.
That's because normally he's distorted.
Hey, we're gonna have a good time. We always got to pick on Judge, right? Or me and Judge. Anyway, we've got Drew McHolm coming in. We're going to talk about his new book, Minister of Justice.
I'm looking forward to reading that book.
Me too.
I kind of flipped through it, and it's pretty cool.
You want to get him in here?
Yeah, bring him on in.
Hey, Drew!
Come on in to the Price is Right. No.
And welcome back to the Judge and JD Show, live from the podcast studio. We've got Drew McHolm here. He's got a brand new book out right now. It's called Minister of Justice. I can't wait to read this, but it's out. And you're ready to roll with it now?
Hey, JD, I don't see any pictures in there. I don't know if you're going to be able to read
Yeah, right.
You know my boys only read pop-up books here, right?
No, this is great. So I can't wait to talk about it a little more in depth. But let's talk about you first. Right? You're from Scotland, is that correct?
Originally from Scotland. Born in Glasgow. Worked and lived in a town called Motherwell, which Glasgow's on the west coast, Edinburgh's on the east coast. Motherwell's right in the middle and the most unattractive part of Scotland. It's the industrial part.
Okay, I heard absolutely nothing you said. I'm just like mesmerized by your accent. Like, all right, sorry. I have a thing for Sean Connery.
My son Daniel.
She's got a thing for Sean.
There you go.
Big time.
My son does an amazing Sean Connery, but the Sean Connery from what'd you call that quiz show? No. Yeah, Saturday Night Live. That kind of thing.
Okay.
So he does that one. So he's pretty good at it. Not so much.
Okay, now back to you. Sorry.
So you said it was more of the industrial part of Scotland.
Yeah.
And didn't you come from the railway background too? Did you work railroad?
My dad did.
Oh,
my
your
dad was
did.
46 years in the railway. And I was in high school. Didn't really do too well in my last years. I was encouraged to find it. My dad got me on the railroad, so I started working there. Then I transitioned to the steel mill as a steel mill foreman for a while. Then I worked for Cummins Diesels. They had a big plant in Scotland at the time. And went to college, got a business degree, did capital planning, analysis, return on investment stuff. And then our church in Scotland was growing so fast, they invited me to come on board, basically as the youth guy, the admin guy, the worship leading guy, all the stuff the senior guy didn't want to do. So did all of that, and then eventually really wanted to study theology, but not in Scotland. So applied to college in the States, moved there, and was at one point intending to come back, but somebody gave me a call from Austin, Texas about church, and ended up there.
Yeah. How cool is that?
Yeah, that worked out really well.
And where you live now?
I'm in the frozen north. Can't even believe I'm saying that. And so what happened was I was actually working a corporate job, took a hiatus from the ministry. I was a VP of a company in Austin, and then left that. And my wife, Jessie's uncle in Iowa was dying, of cancer. And so he called us to see if I would share the funeral with the existing pastor there. So we did that, came back after he passed away. And then the guy who was the existing pastor needed to take a sabbatical because his family were sick in West Virginia. So somebody, my wife's aunt, called her and said, would Drew be willing to help out for 3 months, 6 months? Mm-hmm. And Jess is from Cedar Falls, Iowa anyway, originally. And her mom was still alive, so we thought, it's a pretty good deal. She gets to work with her mom, and I get to get back in the saddle again. And so we came for 6 months, 8 years ago.
That's kind of how it goes. People come to the certain area and fall in love with it.
Right.
I know. But don't get me wrong, we love, let me see. So I've lived in Florida, moved from Florida to Texas, moved from Texas to the Virgin Islands, moved from the Virgin Islands to California, and then eventually back to Texas, and then Northeast Iowa. Just, and the winters there are just soul destroying. It's too cold. I'm a beach
too
guy.
cold,
So
right.
I love the beach.
Right.
Well, it's a little too hot here right now, but
I never complained because when I left Scotland, which is dreary weather most of the time, I said I'll never complain about the heat, and I never have.
Right.
I just go indoors, and so I love the heat.
Yeah, we don't have to deal with much snowfall around here.
No,
Much,
especially not this time of year.
in fact,
You just throw ice on the floor and we're closed for the day.
just a couple of Sonic ice falling
we're
out of the cup. Shut her down.
So I go to this I love to smoke cigars. So I got this cigar place in Austin, in Round Rock actually, and I thought I'd send the boys a picture of me smoking a cigar in Iowa in my back porch. So I'm in full Arctic gear with a ski mask on and a cigar sticking up my mouth, and my phone that was holding up that said -40. Just to let them know it could be done.
Yeah. That's funny. So tell us about writing.
So it's kind of funny to think about because most of my life I had to study, theology, preach and teach. And so that's been mostly textbooks and commentaries and this and that. Rarely had time to read a novel, but I was flying somewhere, I think to London or whatever, and picked up a Vince Flynn novel, the Mitch Ratt and stuff. And I read it in the plane. I liked it. It was really good. And read another one and another one. And somewhere through the process, I thought, I could have a stab at that, And one of the other podcasts I was on asked me what qualified me to write. I said, well, I've been writing short stories for 40 years. They're called sermons. And so you write all the time. So I've written textbooks and this and that. But I thought, why not? Let's have a whack at that.
Yeah.
So that was about 4 years ago.
4 years ago,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So when did you actually start on the book? Minister of Justice, by the way, is the book we're talking about. If you're kind of just joining us here, but
It's probably around 4 years ago, and I discovered there were certain places I couldn't write. It was hard writing at home back in Iowa, and we took a trip. Some friends of ours own a house in the Virgin Islands, so we went there for a little mini vacation. And I spent half of the time just, writing on the balcony, looking over the Caribbean.
I bet that was
That was
nice.
inspiring. And then the rest of the book was written in airports.
Right.
You're in between flights and you're just working away there. So.
Without giving away too much, because I want to read the book,
Sure,
and I know
sure.
our podcast viewers want to read the book as well. But can you tell us the gist of it?
Yeah.
A little bit, and how you came up with the story and things like that?
Okay, it was written around, a time in my life back in Britain during the IRA conflicts with the Brits, and there was a lot of bombings and killings and this and that, and so that was the backdrop to the book, is dealing with that. So it's about this guy, just a regular dude. I wanted to write a character that was the antithesis of Sean Connery, of James Bond.
Oh, there you go.
So this guy's not
I'm hooked.
Slav and debonair and stuff like that. He's just a regular guy, he's kind of training to be an engineer. He meets this beautiful, he's a Protestant, meets this Catholic girl. They kind of have a thing going on, and then he eventually is in a place, invited to a place where he sees some things he should never seen, right? And has this dilemma: do I report it? Do I? What do I do? So he eventually does, and that pulls him into a world of MI5 and MI6 and all that kind of stuff. Then he eventually, because of a sequence of circumstances where he's basically an assassin, so he's killed a number of people, and one mission goes really badly wrong and really gets under his skin. He's having mental problems with it, and he ends up in the States through another set of circumstances in Midland in the oil fields. He gets a job in the oil fields here, and then one night goes through this what I call a come to Jesus experience, where he has to deal with his guilt and all that kind of stuff, and that changes his life, but makes his life even more complex. And so there's a lot of twists and turns.
Oh, that sounds great. That's what I was going to say. A lot of twists and turns.
And it's going to be a trilogy, so it's like there's another.
Is that what the plan?
Yeah.
Start on.
Yeah, the second one's. I'm hoping to have the second one out by the end of spring next year. So.
Okay.
And then we're working the plot for the third ones. I really wrote it, to be honest with you, like a movie, because.
That's what I was just going to ask you. Really was there a movie in the?
I hope so, because I wrote it that way because the way I write, I have to act out the parts. So if somebody watched me in my office writing this thing, and think it's a nut, and talk to myself and talk to invisible people, because I guess one of the big things that my pet peeves about movies is not being able to follow the plot. All of a sudden you're like, what happened there? Who's that? What year are we in? I just don't like that, and so I wanted it to be followable.
Uniform, so to speak.
Yeah, exactly. So that was kind of the backdrop to the thing.
And I was just going to ask you about kind of the journey of the whole process. I mean, you just sit down, start writing, and then how do you get published?
Yeah, I was going to say,
how does the process work?
Well, the way I do it is I've got to map out the plot. So I'll take, say this thing maybe has 25, 30 chapters. I want to write the end of it first. So it's like writing sermons. I write sermons backwards because I want to know what the takeaway is with the folks, So this is what I want to achieve at the end of this thing and then move towards that. Kind of the same. So I had this idea in mind for the very end of the book, and then I kind of backtracked some things. But I gave it to a bunch of friends and family just in its infancy, and they gave me a lot of input to say, well, you maybe want to have that chapter there rather than there for the flow of the thing.
Good. Yeah.
So the more eyes on, the better. And then I've got a good friend called James Parker, who's already written 3, it's in his 4th book, screenplay for 1. So he gave me a lot of advice, and one of the best pieces of advice was don't look at it for 3-6 months. Just leave it alone. Because when you come back again, you'll see things that you wouldn't have seen if you just
That's great advice, right?
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that is cool. So
Good stuff.
Yeah, it is good stuff.
It is good stuff. Yeah, no, I've not had that experience, so I'm just curious how it works. So when will the second one come out, you thinking?
I'm hoping to have it done by the end of spring next year, early summer.
Are you going to go to a specific location to write it, or you don't really know offhand? I mean,
I'm going back to Scotland.
Yeah, I'd like to have 2 weeks in the Virgin Islands. Just to knock it out, get through the main guts of the thing, and that would
find some inspirations.
Look at the Caribbean.
You already have some scenarios about. Obviously, you've got scenarios in your mind about the next book.
Oh yeah. It's pretty much mapped out, So the kind of skeleton of the thing is there, and I definitely know how I want it to end. So that's a big, because going to number 3, and so it's almost like filling in the blanks. But one of the biggest, people ask me before, what's the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge is what not to leave in. It's like the cutting room floor for movies. It's like all the stuff that
that's the hardest part.
You don't want to produce a 500-page book that's going to be too long for people to read. And so there's a lot of stuff I had in that I looked at again and took some advice from people and say it's too much tech speak. People get bored with that. Mm-hmm. And then you're looking at the kind of commentary of every book has lulls in it. There's just, if you have a long one, people lose interest. They just enough of this and move on to something else. So you just got to keep the thing bouncing along.
Well, I remember growing up, I used to be like a bookworm. I mean, I read all the time. And
Me too.
What I liked about it, just the movie in your mind.
Yes,
So
yeah.
I imagine this book, Minister of Justice, is just going to be a wonderful movie in
would
the
be a great
mind
movie,
while
I
you're
think
reading,
so.
and then you can't put it down.
Yep.
You're like, I'm going to read one more chapter,
Right.
chapter, and then
Right.
it's almost like watching episodes of Breaking Bad or something, so to speak.
Yes.
We're going to watch another one. Let's watch one.
There's something that, to me, there's just something I get a lot more out of it when I read it.
Yeah.
It kind of stays, even if it's fiction or whatever. I just, if there's something about actually reading.
And I hope our younger generation, I hope they take time just to read a book the old-fashioned way.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Because, there's proven studies. Their educational skills, the kids that read early and at a young age, thrive more in the
Yes.
school environment and
absolutely.
using their brain and so forth.
And I think you got to find your own, in a book like this one, exciting and that kind of sort of thing. You got to find what you like instead of trying to muscle your way through trying to figure out a book. But I do hope the art of reading a book doesn't go away.
Yeah, I can't. I read this thing on the screen as I was typing it, but I always printed it out because I just like looking at print.
Yes, that's what
Because at the end of the day, for most people, that's the way they're going to read the thing. So,
Yes.
But I
So
guess
we'll-
there is audiobooks now too. So
Well-
is this going to be an audio version at any time? or-
Well, people have asked me about that
You
and
know.
asked me if I'm going to do it.
Right.
If I can't get Gerard Butler to do it, then I'll probably do it. So
Well, I know you did a singing song at Pioneer
yeah.
Ball
Mhm.
recently. You have any more coming up anywhere else?
in Iowa, you have a couple of Iowa gigs to do. We've done three here. Yeah, I did a private one on Saturday night. That was a lot of fun. And some of our friends hosted it and went overboard graciously with catering and bartenders and all sorts of stuff going on. So we had a great time.
So do you do some songwriting as well?
I way back in the day, I haven't written songs in 30 years, but I was in a rock band back in Scotland, back in Britain, and Jesse and I sang quite a bit. We kind of do our country thing, and she's a big band singer, so sing with the
Another podcast in the future.
Another podcast. We'll bring Jesse on next time.
She was a lead singer for many years with the Sentimental Journey Orchestra from Kerrville. San Antonio. Did the parade every 4th of July.
Yeah.
So she'd be a good interview. She's got a lot of neat stories.
All right, Jesse,
I gotta get
Jesse,
two.
we're gonna have to get your number. You're gonna be on our guest. How's next week work for you?
I got to get 2 autographs today.
Yeah.
No, that's wonderful.
Well, she's a big part of the book because she.
Oh, they want your autograph too. They heard you were famous.
yeah.
Texas musical radio artist.
right.
of the
Famous in
year.
my mind
That's
here.
right.
In my own mind.
That's right. So, a part of the whole writing thing was my dad was one of these old World War II guys that always finished what he started. He was a man of his word and old time Texans.
The greatest generation.
Greatest generation. And he always said, "Kid, get it done." So this year I got that done. I finished a doctoral degree I was doing in theology. So this was the year to get things done.
Nice.
Get them out of the way. So and next year will be something else. Probably.
I need you
All
to
right.
influence me to get stuff done. I'm getting nothing done.
Nothing done.
We get a lot of things started. Every now and then we'll get something.
Hey, at least we got the podcast done. That's all I
Yeah,
got.
we did.
We did one thing good this year.
So how do folks get their hands on the book? What's the best way? Because I know we've got a lot of our viewers that want to read this book, and I'm one of them. I can't wait. So
The best way is we got our own website. It's www.drewmcholm, just my name.com. And there you go. And that's the best way because there's 2 options, I think, in the website, isn't there? One is just to buy the book, and then there's the get it signed option.
Yeah.
And so we go there, we get the orders through our computer, we mail them out to folks.
great.
You can also do Barnes & Noble or Amazon, it's on there.
Right.
But our preference is folks to come to because
Sure.
those are unsigned. So
Right.
if you want a signed copy, go to the website. Yeah.
Well, fantastic. Well, Drew, thank you so much
Yeah.
for
Pleasure.
coming in here.
Thanks so much.
We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Appreciate the
Thanks,
time and
Enjoyed
learned a
talking
lot.
to you guys. Great. It's been awesome.
Maybe we'll have to write a song sometime.
Well, let's get together.
We might do that. And that's going to wrap up the Judge and JD show. We enjoyed Drew McHolm coming in and talking about the book, Minister of Justice. Like you said before the interview, I can't wait to read it.
Yeah, how about those Billies? How about them Billies, man?
Football.
We got football going on. My niece Abby got an award earlier this week. I think it was her 1,000th dig or something. Yeah,
Whoa.
Go Abby. Go Abby.
she's our little phenom in the family. So
She's got to be the libero then.
Yes,
She's the
yes.
libero.
We are very proud
Well,
of
I
her.
guess she's a libero.
Yes,
We-
and we're very proud of her and that whole team. So,
all right. Doing
and
good.
Billy's doing well, and then good luck to the Billies tonight.
Friday night
Friday
lights.
night here at home playing the Bandera Bulldogs, and I've already made up my mind we're going to win.
Go
So,
Big Red!
Yeah, go Big Red.
Get that win, baby. Get that win. And don't forget to sign up and, collect your points. Comment on the podcast.
Look
What
for
did
the
you say?
code word.
What was the big one? The big.
Finding a code word in the podcast and putting that
Oh.
in.
Oh, yes,
That's where you
the
get
big
the most
code
points.
word.
The big points.
You
That's
had me
where you get the
lost
most
there
points.
for a second, man. That's not hard to do, but
Wake up, Judgy. Wake up.
yes, there will be a code somewhere on the show here. Let's put it right over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
right
it,
over-
right above
it's right here.
JD's head.
But anyway, when you see that, you can get more points. but-
$1,500 value.
You bet.
14 friends get to come with you, or up to 13 people, I guess, because you count
Yeah,
yourself.
14 total. Party bus time, y'all. Well, that's going to wrap up the show. Y'all have fun at the fair this weekend. We'll see you around there with the Bellamy brothers, Tracy Bird, Rick Trevino, Tristan Robertson. Woo! It's going to be a dandy, y'all.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and get notified.